Bill and Lynn. I'm going to send you 2 videos today, one of the warm-up exercises, one of the primary exercises, and then of course I will send you the sheet of information as far as the programming goes. So with the warm-up exercises, you're quite familiar, so I'm not going to go step by step through this one, but the prone quadruped, where we're trying to get the hips to move more freely, we pulled it in a little tighter this week and just reminded Bill it's moving an inch back and forth. So when you come to the position, the stomach lets go, the head lets go, and then it's a teeny tiny sway of the hips. So it's an extremely small movement and not like the big stretch through. So just gently rocking back and forth. And if you were to see that from a side view, it's gonna kind of look just very subtle. Just gentle back and forth, because what we're really trying to achieve here is some movement in the SI joint. So we've got the sacrum and we've got the ilium. Lots of times, and the squat is a perfect example of this, those 2 joints are kind of locked together. So we're trying to get movement on those 2 areas, or in those 2 bones where those areas interface with each other. Then after that's done on each side, if, you know, Bill, I know you like to go crazy with this one, but if you want to go through a big muscular and fascial stretch, do it. That's fine. But first of all, make sure that you're getting movement in the joint. And when looking down on that, you should actually see separate movements kind of occurring in the sacrum as it's rotating and sliding, and then the actual ilium of the hip. So you should be able to see kind of a disassociation there. Second thing in your warm-up is going to be to do that lat release. So lying all the way down, get that foam roller right underneath the armpit. And again, it's about the subtlety, okay? We're picking one spot where those lats are just really bound up. And just a small subtle roll, shoulder stacked over shoulder, relax the head, front and back, and then go ahead and just go side to side. Or I should say up and down, and then front and back, however you see it translated. So making sure you're moving in both directions. 2 minutes each side, and that should really release the lats, allowing you to get those arms straight and up overhead. Third exercise that we did was new, and that was the windmill, the transverse plane lunge with the windmill. So you're gonna step out, transverse lunge, kind of like you're on that clock, and then reaching over and doing a nice little rotation here. So trying to introduce some bigger movement to the hips, and then also opening up that thoracic spine. So I'm kind of running out of room here. Just alternating step and reach, coming back, step and reach, looking for some fluid movement and kind of some timing, and making sure that the movement is similar from side to side. It's not going to be perfect, especially as we're working on that external rotation at the right ankle and that instability a little bit in that right hip. So it's not going to be perfect, but that's also one of the reasons, if you'll remember why I had you do it with the left leg multiple times, repeating this side, is just to get some more relative internal rotation of that femur there. So the windmill reach, and then lastly, and you're familiar with this ground to standing, the side seated to lateral lunge. So sitting on one hip, ideally pushing off with just one hand, coming over and doing lunge. And then gracefully coming back down to that same position. I know there was dramatic improvement with this before. Do it again. All right, so that's 2 to 3 times through, depending on how your body is moving, and that is your warm-up portion, circuit and warm-up.